Hey guys, welcome back to the channel on this road to 2000. This will be day 207, and I just want to say anybody who's lower rated than 1700 and has seen my last week's play, my last week's worth of videos, there's hope for you in getting much higher because the amount of blunders you would have seen has been sensational. So let's just try and keep those down to a minimum today and see what we can do. Right, 1718 currently, and we've got the white pieces, so we are going English. Now, let's focus. That is something slightly different. Move order-wise anyway. Okay, now, let's take the middle. I don't want to take. It invites them in. So do I push and lock things up, or do I just, they want to take, I just replace it. That's fine. Okay, now let's get this involved as well. Get the other knight out and castle. Okay. So which way do we go? I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to push them. Wow. So I'm going to get this knight out and finish development. It's currently protected twice, which is kind of important. They can take the pawn if they want to. I just want a castle. If they take, I take with the bishop hitting the queen. Right, that's gone. That was another attacker on this. I could have defended it with the queen, I guess, but let's not worry about that now anyway, because that is old news. Now, I want to take. Why do I want to take? Because I want to keep these pawns together and these pawns together. So that is my reason for taking. Now, kind of want to push them away. I do want to push them away. Right, I'm going to push them away now. And they'll probably take. I all of a sudden don't want a castle. Wow, so I guess I just push the queen back again. And they come c7. d8, I mean... I might long castle, you know. I might have to. What about queen out? So they go all the way back. Now, do I jump in here? And then what? It just looks bad, doesn't it? Castling this way looks bad. It does, doesn't it? I'm not being silly. In fact, it doesn't look too bad. If I castle, I can get this out. Sorry, I can get my knight out. f4. And they don't really want to start pushing, do they? It just doesn't look great at all, does it? I'm going to develop. Don't need to worry so much. If they push, can I get my queen out, or is that just a bit too crazy? Now, This bishop is absolutely woeful. So, right, here we go. We're coming out. So, ideas maybe push, takes, 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 we're in, takes, 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 takes. So look, we're just trying to sort of gang up on a couple of pawns. I am still a little bit okay. That's interesting as well. If I push, they just come and hit my rook. Now, actually, do you know what? Can I up the ante? So say I push and they come in here attacking. Can I hit their queen? And then this is just hanging because they probably come in here. So that doesn't quite work. I'm gonna back off. I don't think that's too bad. It doesn't look great, does it? I mean, do I come in here now? I'm gonna push. I'm gonna keep going with my initial plan. Right, they come in. That's kind of works. I like that. It's a horrible place for their bishop to be. In fact, for them, it's a great place. But for me, it's look at it. It's not great at all. So obviously they have to kind of do something here now. Surely they have to. Surely they had to. I mean, am I missing anything? I can't. I know I moved quickly, but I mean, they can't. They might even be looking at sacking options, but I just don't think that works for them. I really don't. So I think they might be looking at a queen f6. No, it doesn't quite help. So they go that way. I'm going to take. That looks nice. I quite like that. Get the queens off the board. I mean, they push. I take anyway. I mean, I take. If they take with their knight, I'm in. Taking anyway. Okay. They still got the bishop pair, which obviously looks kind of crazy. I need to connect the rooks. They take. Wow, now what do I take with? Or do I take the middle pawn? Don't want to get slack here. I don't think that's a bad shout. I don't think that's a bad shout at all. Check. If they take, I jump in. I think rook's coming in though. But ideas of maybe even popping in here, f4. Just add a bit of defense to these squares here. Rook a, b1. Apply a bit of pressure. If they push on, takes. Well, actually, no. Knight defends. H4. Good old H4. Whoa. Quite like that, actually. So basically, that's pretty tasty. So if I take, they take, then I've got a pin on. So would I just jump over here? Or do I just... I'm going to get rid of that. That's gone. Now I can jump up here. Why there? Because if they take this now, or if they push forward, I can just take, and both rooks are finally connected. Now, if they pop in here, I just jump in like so. The bishop pair are monsters, and that's something I need to take into account. I need to be a bit careful. I like that. I like that because I'm offering the exchange of the rooks. And I'd quite like to get this jammed in here. That'd be very nice. Rook c8 gets met with rook c1. Yeah. Wow. Now, yeah, I'm just dropping back. I'd love to exchange pieces now. They can hit my rook. I just come in for a check, take the pawn. These double up pawns aren't up to much. Wow, they take. I don't think I take like this. I just take this way. It's all good. These pawns, they're just not good enough because they're not working together. If they're working side by side, then they can move together. But when they're like this, I think my king can just step in here and just stop them. So I'm going to take this pawn with pressure on their bishop, and they defend. So now I am going to, I guess, come in and attack them again. King needs to start moving. And that should be it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I guess I can just, I'd say move forward first, and then just push the pawn. In fact, king should have come in because then they just cannot move. Push a pawn again. Yeah, that's just resignable. And yeah, happy with that. I wasn't so gung-ho this time. And I just kind of, yeah, I just tried to double up on the pawns that were left, only defended once. Okay, solid. Played with 89% and no blunders. That is the first time I've done that in a long, long time. Happy days. Right, okay, so that's 89%, no blunders. They played with 83.9 and one blunder. I mean, there wasn't much in it. Let's check it out. Okay, here we go. Wow. I'm never playing h3. Never playing it. It just doesn't seem human to me. I've seen really good players play it, and I just kind of like, I always follow the principle of, yeah, knights on the rim are dim. And it just means, for those that don't know, it means when your knight's on the corner here, it's got less squares to hit because it's hitting this square, this square, this square, and it's missing out on squares that are off the board. So you've got less potential with the knight. You want your knights up here somewhere in nice positions where they can look at loads of squares. So that's why. It just doesn't seem natural to me. Defend with the bishop. Come in, defend with the knight. Now, them coming in here, I was wondering, because I'm always told try and keep the tension. So I could have potentially come in here and added another defender. But I just thought, do you know what? I'm just going to say goodbye to it. And look, I should have done that. That's interesting. I should have done it. And that's part of the sort of the lower rated player in me that thinks to myself, do you know what? They're getting too close now. Panic, take. So I was always told, keep the tension. And that's still something that I find kind of occasionally hard to do. So I bailed out. I was like, right, I'm taking out enough of that. But it's equal. So it's not really the end of the world. That was a bad move. Take back. Push out. I quite like this now. Now I had them sort of going. So if they had have taken, then we take the pressure on the queen and we're still kind of coming up the board. Yeah, now we get the knight into the game a bit more. That's nice. I was worried now because obviously I didn't really want to castle this side. And this side, look at there's so much space around the king potentially. So I'd pushed too many pawns. That is definite. Wow, he wants me to push another pawn. Interesting. Then they get in there with a nice position. I know what's coming next, and I'm seeing this, which is currently defended by the bishop. So I just think, okay, let them come in, which they do. Just move out the way. It's interesting that it wants me to do this first. But my problem with that is, okay, knight e6, yeah? This is under pressure. Their queen is under pressure. All sorts of things kicking off. Now, I move. Well, say queen moves out the way here. And then they take. I take, they take. That just don't look good for me at all. I'm not having that. Right, okay. And that's poor because I finally get that fork in, which is great. Taking the rook. I was half tempted as well to take the bishop, but they just win it back, and then I just, well, at least with the rook, I gain a bit of sort of. So look, I'm +2 now. So yeah, jumping up, nothing wrong with that as far as I was concerned. Just get rid of the. Happy with that. Okay. Yeah, that was just gone. Had to do that because if they had pushed, I guess I could have just come back b2, protecting the rook. But I thought it was time to connect the rooks anyway. Just try and get them off the board. I wouldn't have done that. You can't, when you're down sort of material, you just don't want to lose your pieces. You can't hold on to them as much as you can. So yeah, take the pawn. If they take, then you take their bishop. Yeah, so I'd win a pawn as well. Okay, should have done that. I just wanted to swap everything off the board. And that is just game, set and match. Anyway, that was a nice little victory there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope all is well. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. And until next time, guys, happy chessing. See you all later. Bye-bye.